Changed my mind, but Call of Duty live service is one of the best ones out there.
What? I haven't. How are they doing it?
If you ask me, I am glad with my purchase, and I'm literally spent some money on the season pass just because I was happy with the service.
Yeah, but how does their live service work compared to Battlefield? What makes it better?
Well,
right,
you got your seasons, right? We're on season 2 right now. You get a couple of maps. You get your guns. Guns are free. Maps are free. Season pass basically just cosmetics. Your gun cosmetics, your character cosmetics, your banners and stuff, emblems, all that kind of stuff, right? Like as in Fortnite, right? It's only cosmetics, and it's just guns are free, maps are free. Everything is fair and simple to everyone. The only difference is just cosmetics. People might buy, if you don't want to buy the season pass, you can always go to the store and buy a specific cosmetic you want. And sometimes store cosmetics look much better than the ones in the season pass anyway. So it's up to you what you want to do, because at the end of the day, it's just cosmetics. And all the game modes are free. Everything is free. Everything is being updated on a regular basis. The Battle Royale will be out soon, apparently. New maps and everything. It's just the consistency. The consistency is there. It might.
You know what? Sorry for interrupting, but at least they give you the choice of real money versus in-game currency. Unlike Battlefield 5, where the epics are behind fucking Battlefield currency.
Yeah.
I'm still mad about that, for fuck's sake.
Don't get me wrong. It's Call of Duty right now. It's not perfect. It can be improved in so many ways, but what it was back then comparing to your Black Ops, your other Call of Duties that came out in the last 7-8 years, with your loot boxes and stuff, this is like godsend. Modern Warfare right now is like fucking godsend. It's just like everything is like, comparing to what was back then, this is consumer friendly as fuck, and I love it. It's like I am literally thinking buying some more cosmetics just because I appreciate what it is.
Exactly.
It's just
and
consistency.
Doesn't get that.
It's just consistency. Like, yeah, granted, sometimes they like don't put much because they can't really put much, because at the end of the day, it's still content. You have to. There's not enough time to you can push out that much content in that short amount of time. But they're being like somewhat consistent, just a little bit, just keeping you like bit by bit interested, right? Okay, here's a new season, brand new maps, couple of new maps and everything, new guns, and we'll drip feed a map or two like over the time, just because reasons. Like, it's just I don't care. Like, I don't care about the amount of content, because it's already plenty of that in the game already. It's just consistent. And DICE is not consistent with Battlefield 5. Hell no, they're consistent as fuck. Sometimes, we're gonna have this and this and that. Not happening. It's just inconsistent, and that's why it frustrates me with Battlefield 5 live service, because it's not a live service, it's a wannabe live service. Just because they have a tier system, that's a live service apparently. Granted, it's not season pass. They don't have a season pass. You can unlock everything in those tiers, but nothing's interesting in those tiers. It's just more grinding for what? Not really much.
Isn't there a new Battlefield coming out this year?
Next year.
Next year?
Yep.
Why?
Well, I hope they keep that now, because when Battlefield 1 came out, I think. Didn't they say there won't be a Battlefield until
2021.
Yeah, but didn't they say that before Battlefield 5?
Well,
they say that every year.
Yeah, good fucking knows.
I remember something. I think it was in Battlefield 1 where they said there won't be a Battlefield game in 2018.
No, but
I'm not sure. I think Battlefield 5
there was a meeting, EA conference call, was it last month or so, a couple of weeks ago, and basically confirmed that the next Battlefield will be on 2021.
I still want Hardline to change my mind.
I just want a fucking game that doesn't suck as Battlefield 5 with their fucking live service.
Yeah, I've said it before, and I don't want to bang on this again because we've already banged on this subject twice on a different podcast. But if Battlefield really wants to do the season pass and this stuff like that, then they need to just go to hell with it, full free to play, like frickin' Fortnite does. Call it a day. Make the base game good. Make the meta game good. Stop screwing with it and just let it go. Let it run for a few years. Keep adding to it. Stop wasting money and investing stuff in order to rebuild a whole new freaking game from the ground up every 2 years. It's a waste.
Yeah,
just stop it.
that's the problem with Battlefield 5 not Battlefield 5, like Battlefield in general, the whole franchise. Every fucking game doesn't learn lessons from the previous game. It's a brand new product entirely. That's why Battlefield 1 is so different from BF4. That's why BF1 is so different from BF5. That's why Harlan is different than everything. Like, it has no consistency. Don't get me wrong. I love Battlefield 3 and I love Battlefield 4, and I appreciate what Battlefield 1 did in some cases. But I just hate inconsistencies. Everything that was glorious back in the day is not available. While Call of Duty, with a brand new fucking engine, still have those fucking features from the previous gods. Like, that blows my mind. On the first day when the Call of Duty came out, you already could make private matches. Granted, it's 10 Hz servers. Granted, it's kind of shit with the server and netcode on the private servers. I get that.
But at least the functionality was there.
Functionality is there. While Battlefield can't do private games.
This is Battlefield's problem with having to rebuild every 2 years. They've got to keep redoing stuff that they've fixed. Okay, here's this problem comes back again that we fixed in the last iteration because we decided to rebuild it again from scratch. It's like building a machine and you sink all of your time and money into it in order to make sure that it works perfectly fine. And then when it's all said and done and it's running perfectly fine, you just throw it in the trash.
And that's why more.
I mean,
Go on.
It's not just like rebuilding everything from scratch. It's also just that Frostbite is a shitty engine.
I don't think it's a shitty engine. I think it's a great engine. I think priorities are wrong. That's the problem. It's not the engine itself. Engine is amazing. The priorities are wrong.
I mean, it looks good, but it's not good to work with, apparently.
Well,
so that's already an issue.
But here's the thing: if you know the engine it's really hard to work with, straight your priorities right. Make your priorities right. Not, I don't know what the hell. Actually, I don't even know what's happening inside DICE Studio. I don't think I want to know. All I care is produce a good Battlefield game, like make everyone happy. That you're a true Battlefield player, right? That the true Battlefield player can appreciate. Doesn't matter what setting you are and everything. Doesn't matter. Just make it right. Straight your priorities out. Like, make your priorities right. Even if there's not enough content, for example, people bitch about content. As long as their foundations are there to keep going as long as possible with good foundations that keeps people going back to the game, I'm fine with that. I'm fine.
Christ fuck, look at Counter-Strike.
Or Siege, for example.
There you go. Like, those haven't had another iteration since their original launch. They're smart. They know what they've got going, and they're gonna keep running it. That is exactly what Battlefield needs to come around and do. But again, I don't want to bang on this subject because I've banged the hell out of that dog for the longest time, and I really want to get off my soapbox now.
Yeah. Anyway, it's funny.
I don't know.
It's funny how
I don't have an opinion on it, but I'm just disappointed with it. Battlefield 1 was okay, but I'm very disappointed with Battlefield.
I am just disappointed. The whole studio, what the hell is going on with it in there? Anyway, I think we're gonna end on that.
I think we've had our fun for the day.
Yeah, I think we're gonna end on that because I don't want to go more than an hour and 20 minutes.
Your hands upon a dead man's gun and you're looking down the sights. Your heart is warm